Welcome back to another week, another new video. And this video is going to be about less obvious, but still important questions I get asked or that you might have about moving here to Northeast Florida to St. Johns County. So stay tuned. All right, if you're new here, my name is Melissa Anderson and I am your St. Johns County, Florida realtor. Each week, I bring you videos all about moving, living, working, playing, all the things if you're looking to relocate here to St. Johns County, Florida. So if that interests you, if that's you looking to move here in the future, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos as they come out. So I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet, but I tend to run off on a tangent. So I apologize in advance, but let's think of it as just me and you sitting down, maybe having a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, and just catching up on things, right? So look at it like that. All right, so I just have my little notebook here because I kind of wrote down the topics of, again, some less obvious but still important questions that you might have or questions that I get asked about from people that are looking to move here. So one, just get it out of the way, bugs, wildlife, all the things. Okay. Yes, we do have alligators in Florida. They're probably you would just assume that they are in every single body of water. And be cautious. Be cautious. We're not swimming in that water we can't see. Same for the ocean. Beautiful coastlines, multiple beaches here. Stunning, gorgeous, no shortage of them. They're going to be sharks in the water. Okay. Rule of thumb, there's a beach pier, people are fishing off of it, or just period, if people are fishing, do not swim close to people fishing. Okay. Common sense, rule number one, don't do it. All right. And swim at your own risk. Two, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm just going off on a tangent and this wasn't on my list, but let me point this out too. If you're not used to living close to or swimming, visiting the beach and the ocean, regardless if you have kids, just for your own safety, research on riptides, okay? So they're there. It happens on how to get out of the riptide, not to fight against it. You just float all the way out till you get out of that riptide and then you go off to the side. Obviously, it's easier to talk about it and say that when you're not actually experiencing that, but do your research. And then also, you can kind of see on the beach if there is, and you just want to stay away from that area. And then also, most of the beaches will have flags that'll kind of tell you, what kind of surf it is if you want to stay out of that or whatever. And a lot of the beaches do not have lifeguards, so swim at your own risk. We have a bunch of different bugs here. I don't necessarily like them either, but yes, there's mosquitoes. Florida's wet. We're in a tropical climate. We actually do have like the mosquito trucks that come spray, and you can actually call it in. So like if you're noticing like more of activity for mosquitoes, you can call, and they send out the mosquito truck, and it's like a misting where they spray for mosquitoes. And then you can also do misting center, like for mosquitoes, like if you spend a lot of time outside in your yard. And that's also why most of our lanais are screened in. So you can enjoy the outside with the screen around you. So you're not getting eaten alive. Okay. We also have, which is rather terrifying, palmetto bugs. It's kind of a nice way of saying giant cockroaches that fly and have wings. That's all I'm going to say about that. They're seasonal. Okay. I don't really think that they travel like in packs. I think it's just like maybe a one off. But of course, seasonal pest control, you're really not having to worry about these things. We do have these bugs called what they call like no-see-ums that will eat you alive. So invest in some bug spray, quarterly pest control, screened in lanai. You're good. Okay. Water quality, I would say we have pretty hard water here in Florida. Um, almost all of almost any home that you're going to be looking at, especially in newer communities and new construction, are going to have water softener systems. Most of those are going to be inside your garage. Every now and again, a builder will put them outside, which is ridiculous, but most of them are going to be inside your garage. This, you maintain that, keeps your water from being so hard. And the salt that you need for those, it's like $6 at Costco for the bag, or you can pay somebody to come maintain your water softener for you. And then, of course, they can, like, if you have the like under counter, you can do a whole water like kind of filtration system. But all right, and I was thinking of this today, and it's actually storming out right now because we're in the middle of summer. So almost every day during the summer season, we have a little storm. What time is it? Yeah, it's like, I think it's like 4 o'clock. So between like 3 and 4, it's probably going to be a rain shower every summer. But if you're moving from like the north where it's like snow apocalypse and you're used to like spending half your life inside because you're buried in the snow, just think of the Florida summers kind of like your winter, but just not for long. So maybe July and August, you're going to be doing a lot of indoor activities. And maybe you're going to be driving up to like Tennessee. You're going to be going to the mountains to cool off or something like that. But we're really not outside too much in July and August because it's hot. Like today, it's usually a heat advisory. Like today, I think the heat advisory was like 111. You're getting up at 7:30 in the morning. By 7:30, it's probably already 90 degrees. Okay. And then we have the humidity. It's hot. But you know what? It's just hot, like unbearable hot for just a little while. So just think, if you're coming from the snow where like half your year's under snow, you can deal with this. All right, communities, like new communities. There are communities here that do not have an HOA fee. So I know not everybody wants to live in a community that has an HOA, and we do have communities that do not have HOA. Um, However, there are some that have that, and there's some also, when I've talked about this a lot, that have the CDD fee, the Community District Development Fee. So when you're looking at properties, you'll see the HOA fee, which is typically an annual fee, and then you see the CDD fee. So if you're looking at a property and you see a really high tax bill, more than likely it's because of the CDD fee, which is rolled into your annual property tax bill. And it ranges anywhere from $1,000 to a little over $3,000, depending on the communities and the amenities that are within that community. Insurance. Yes, you can still get insurance in the state of Florida. Um, is our insurance probably going to be a little bit higher? More than likely, but I actually just had people that moved here and they said, hey, like our car insurance and everything was the same as what we were paying before. So, we really are not out any more money. Same probably as anywhere else for like car insurance. Most policies are 6 months, and guess what they do at the end of your 6 month period? They raise your rate. Well, guess what? At the end of that 6 months, if they're raising your rate, shop around. So I've done that. I actually have a really great insurance broker that I work with, that I refer to all of my clients and that I use personally. And that's what I do. So I shop around for rates if my rates are going up. But flood insurance, okay, so people have oh, our homeowner's insurance is going to be more. And again, it just varies depending on where your property is located, and also depending where you're coming from. Some have said, hey, it's a lot higher. Some have said it's actually the same or even lower. It just varies. And no, so depending on when you live, you're not required. A lot of communities and homes, you're not required to have flood insurance just because you live in Florida. It depends on where you live and what flood zone you're in. So depending on your flood zone, it could say, hey, recommended, it could be required. But again, I have links, and I've shared in previous videos these links who you can put in the property, and it'll tell you what type of flood insurance and if it's needed, or the flood zone, I should say. So don't freak out about that, and just automatically assume that your insurance rates are going to be outrageous, or you're going to absolutely need flood insurance because you don't. But again, we have resources and we can research all of that information. Also, if you're thinking about moving here, a lot of our communities in St. Johns County are new, and they're going to have tankless water heaters, which is a plus. And again, a lot of those are going to be, it's a mix between some of them being put inside your garage and some of them being put outside your home. Another nice feature with some of the newer communities and builders is we have like utility sinks, so either in the laundry room or in the garage. A lot of the homes will be like 3-car garages, but it's really like 2 cars and then a little garage, which is cute for a golf cart. So a lot of our communities are for our golf cart friendly communities. So, all right. It's only been 11 minutes. I feel like I did not run off on a tangent too bad. Thank you for tuning in if you did, and if you stayed all the way to the end. Again, this was less obvious, but still important questions you might have about moving to this area. And if I didn't cover something that you might have a question about, go ahead and use my contact information right here to reach out. You can call, text, email. It'll be me that you talk to, and I'll be happy to talk to you. Or you can leave your question or comment down below in the comment section. And again, until next time.